It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins under the lights on Monday night.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic, we are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Titans coming up with their quarterback, Will Levis. Good performance last year. Taken early in that second round in the 2023 draft. Greg, this quarterback out of Kentucky could be the future for Tennessee.
You'd love to see the biggest jump of a young quarterback's career, Mike, being between year 1 and year 2. I mean, you think about what these young quarterbacks go through entering their rookie year. They have the entire pre-draft process, then the idea of being drafted and going to a new organization and learning what it means to play quarterback in the NFL. Well, in year 2, everything's not new. Everything's not a first experience. It allows them to just take a deep breath. Play, develop, rely on what got you here. We see so many quarterbacks in year 2 really have their breakout campaigns and show, frankly, why they were the starter to begin with in their rookie year.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They go play action with Levis. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. That one complete. It's Tyler Boyd. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. A gain there of 11. First down for Tennessee.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. And leading them out at quarterback out of Kansas State, it's Skylar Thompson.
I always love going down to the field in pregame, Mike, and just seeing how certain guys approach their pregame warm-ups and their routine leading up to kickoff. And I really liked what I saw out of him. He had a really interesting level of focus. He had all of his wide receivers around. He was getting them all involved, throwing the ball, getting on the same page, timing, rhythm in the passing game. They're hoping all these extra reps, not only leading up to this week in practice, but here on game day, if they can carry that over after the game starts, they're expecting to have a lot of success here, especially early. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Hill. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 82 yards. Touchdown, Miami. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, here's Tyjae Spears. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Titans offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a zone read. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here is the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Levis. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They're going to continue to be aggressive, especially through the air, and they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to...
And this drive is over before it can start. It's swallowed up to force fourth down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Out to return for the Dolphins, it's Braxton Berrios. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start. And you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. Hill brought in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Hill brought in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Throwing, Thompson. That's caught by Smith on the right side. That's a gain of 15. First down, Miami. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. Now, faking the give. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Thompson to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Thompson. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Dolphins. Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins move out on top, 14-0. The touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Spears now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. To throw is Levis. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch. But I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Levis. That's to the former Jaguar and Falcon, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And finally, we see this offense find a little bit of life here early in this first half. They've struggled to get anything going early on, but at least this play has them on the move. Now, can they finish this drive and finally put some points on the scoreboard here in the first half?
Here's 1st and 10. Levis. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On play action, here's Levis. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Folks' kick is good. And the Titans get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. Now the second-year man, Devon Achane. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Quandre Diggs there on the tackle. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Man in motion is Berrios. Now, Thompson. He's got his man. It's Smith. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
To throw is Thompson. That's over the middle, caught by Tyreek. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Thompson. Now a screen set up for Achane. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
That's to the right side and incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. It's 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He'll get this over the middle to Smith. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Thompson now to throw. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Second down and 3. Back to the air one more time. Now, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins move out to a 21-3 advantage. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Here's Levis to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Levis to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the second time. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. So, we hit halftime here in South Florida, and the Dolphins are in the lead. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Man in motion is Berrios. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still 1st down.
Man in motion is Berrios. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. The Titans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Levis. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
On 2nd down, Levis. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. On 1st down, Levis. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And they'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Levis to throw. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Tyler Boyd was the intended target for that one. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
They certainly wasted no time trying to take advantage of that great field position, and I love it. So often we see teams either in sudden change or when they have a shorter field to go, they want to strike early. Can they get an explosive play? There is such a correlation in the NFL, Mike, between explosive plays and your ability to end drives with points.
Here's a handoff to Mostert. He'll work forward for a couple. The terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing, Thompson. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Spears now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Levis. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Jalen Phillips that time. In there for the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A 2nd down throw here for Levis. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Levis. He's got his man. That's Boyd. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice grab there by Boyd, and I think it was really smart of the Titans in how they pursued this, Mike. I mean, think they put him together with his former offensive coordinator, Brian Callahan, all in hopes that the two of them can help Will Levis take that next step in his development.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. To the left side in the hands of Boyd. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these 1st downs and go finish with 6.
On the ground, it's Pollard, and he'll get forward for about a yard. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Levis. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a third down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To throw is Levis. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he is going to be out of bounds. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Now Levis connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And a good job there of hemming him in. They get it to the 8-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball is at the 8 for second and goal. Levis. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown Titans. The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. Might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. To throw is Thompson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Wow. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They give it to Mostert. And he'll get this forward to about the 33.
Swept on the stop. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Hopkins sent in motion. Throwing is Levis. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the give, it's Pollard. He gets free, and he's going to be taken down.
Pollard with a nice 1st down run, and the Memphis native returns to Tennessee after an impressive 5-year stint with the Cowboys. He's coming off 2 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, and he should be a huge part of the solution and part of filling the hole left by Derrick Henry.
Here's Levis. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short. Now, faking the give. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Here's 3rd and 7. Hill brought in motion. A run with the fullback in goal.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. Here comes Jackson on the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense and quarterback Will Levis ready for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. First and 10 now from the 36. Here's Levis. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
First down, Titans.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 1st and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. Levis to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Levis to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On second down, Levis. And he's in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Now, Folk, on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Titans are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 51-yard attempt. The kick is
good. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.
All right, Skylar Thompson, for some reason, is their quarterback. He threw for a 3-touchdown, 266-75 completion. Will Levis had 2 touchdowns, 316 yards, 68.4 completion. Player stats, we already looked at the passing. He threw 2 interceptions as well. That's probably the reason they lost. Rushing, Mostert had 32, Pollard at 35, 1 touchdown by... rushing touchdown by Skylar Thompson. So he really had himself a game. 3 passing, 1 rushing. That's insane. Okonwo had the most receptions. Wow, okay. Makes sense. He had 49 yards. Tyler Boyd, 104 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, 93. Jonnu Smith, 60. Tyreek Hill had 153 yards, 1 touchdown. Calvin Ridley had 2 receiving touchdowns, and Jalen Waddle had 1 touchdown. So make of that what you will. I'm pretty sure the betting is off now because this game has already started. I'm going to tune into it while I'm streaming, but this is all from Primetime Preview. Thanks for joining us, and you enjoy your Monday Night Football games. And happy betting.